Welcome back to Beyond the Physical World. If you've ever felt stuck, frustrated, or hopeless because your outer reality didn't seem to reflect your inner desires, this video is for you. Because today we're talking about one of the most important truths in manifestation. Why you must ignore the 3D world. Why your outer conditions don't define you, and how true change only comes from within. Most people never understand this. That's why they keep chasing, reacting, suffering. But you're ready for more. Let's dive in. Let's start here. Everything you see around you, your bank account, your relationships, your health, your job, is simply a reflection. It's not the cause, it's not the truth, it's just a shadow of your inner state. Neville Goddard said, "The world is yourself pushed out." This means your outer reality is nothing more than a projection of your dominant thoughts, feelings, and assumptions. So if you try to change your life by pushing against the 3D world, you're trying to rearrange a mirror instead of changing your own reflection. It doesn't work. It can't work. Because you're starting at the wrong level. Let's be real. We're human. We live in this physical world. It looks real, it feels real, it hurts when things don't go our way. So we get emotional, we react to what we see. We panic when money's low, we chase when love feels distant, we spiral when our goals seem stuck. But here's the trap. The moment you react to the 3D, you reinforce it. You say things like, "It's not working, they're not calling me, I'm still broke, nothing's changing." And guess what happens? You create more of it. You're feeding energy into the very version of reality you're trying to escape. So here's the key. If you want to shift your life, you must stop feeding the 3D your belief. You must stop making it your God. Let me say this clearly. Ignoring the 3D is not denial. It's discipline. You're not pretending your circumstances don't exist. You're choosing not to give them power. You're saying, "I see what's in front of me, but I don't accept it as final. I feel the fear, but I choose faith. I notice the lack, but I imagine abundance." This is true manifestation. Not begging, not wishing, but embodying the end, no matter what the outer world looks like. Because when you persist in the inner assumption, the outer must conform. That's law. Neville Goddard taught this over and over. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Persist in that assumption, and it will harden into fact. Let's break that down. You don't wait for the 3D to give you permission. You don't wait to be chosen, successful, or healed. You assume it now. You close your eyes and imagine yourself in the life you desire. You feel the relief, the joy, the gratitude, as if it were real. You live from that inner state. You carry it with you. And slowly or quickly, your 3D reality bends to reflect your assumption. But the moment you look at the 3D and say, "It's not here yet," you've stepped out of the wish fulfilled. You've made the 3D your God again. So many people ask, how do I change my reality? How do I get my SP to text me? How do I make money come in? The answer is always the same. You don't make it happen. You assume it's already done. Your job is not to chase, beg, or control the how. Your job is to persist in the inner state of it already being yours. That's it. You can't control when or how it shows up, but you can control your assumption. You can control your mental diet. You can control your reaction. When you stop reacting to the 3D, you reclaim your power. You go from being the effect of life to being the cause. Let me ask you, what do you say to yourself all day long? Because your inner conversations are constantly creating your reality. If you're thinking, "They don't love me," This is taking too long. I'll never get out of this situation. You're not just thinking, you're commanding. The subconscious mind hears those words and makes them real. So instead, speak like it's already done. Tell yourself they are already in love with me. Money flows to me easily. I am living my dream life. And if the 3D doesn't match yet, ignore it, because the seed has been planted. Your only job is to keep watering it with belief. So how do you ignore the 3D in daily life? Here are a few examples. Your bank account is low. Instead of stressing, you affirm, I always have more than enough. Your SP hasn't called. Instead of spiraling, you say, they are thinking of me right now. We are already together in my reality. You feel stuck. Instead of doubting, you remind yourself, everything is unfolding in perfect timing. It is done. It doesn't matter what you see. It matters what you assume. This is how you build a new reality, from the inside out. Here's the truth. Most people never manifest their desires, not because it doesn't work, but because they quit too soon. They plant the seed, then dig it up because the 3D didn't change fast enough. They say affirmations for 3 days, then go back to fear, doubt, and checking the 3D for proof. But here's what Neville said. Let the thing objectify itself. That means you don't need to make it happen. You only need to persist in the assumption until it becomes fact. The 3D will always reflect the dominant state of your consciousness. It just takes time. Don't quit. Don't doubt. Don't check. Just persist. What you see in your outer world today is not now. It's the result of old assumptions, old thoughts, old beliefs. It's a lagging reflection, like light from a distant star. So stop fighting with the old news. Stop arguing with the delay. Stop trying to fix the 3D. You don't need to fix anything. You only need to align with the version of you who already has it. Then live from that version. Think like them, feel like them, move like them. Because the 3D must catch up. It always does. Now I want you to declare this with me. I am the creator of my reality. The 3D does not define me. I do not react, I create. My desires are already mine. I ignore what doesn't serve my vision. I live in the end. It is done. Take a breath. Feel the shift. Feel your power returning. This is who you really are. Not a beggar, not a reactor, a creator. You don't need to control everything. You don't need to fight your outer world. You only need to return, again and again, to your inner knowing. I am the operant power. I create my reality. When the 3D tries to distract you, ignore it. When doubt tries to creep in, return to the wish fulfilled. When nothing seems to be changing, remember, everything is changing. You just planted the seed. If this message resonated with you, subscribe to Beyond the Physical World, where we don't chase reality, we create it. Like, comment, share this with someone who needs to remember their power. And always know, you were never meant to bow to the 3D. You were born to rise beyond it.